So this week I've been exploring the EY 2023 research on empathy in business, and I've also been talking about the Business Solver 2022 research that was the state of workforce empathy. And yesterday I talked about some of the findings which were absolutely damning in regards to empathy, and I'll repeat the one that made me sit up. 77% of CEOs worry they will lose respect if they're too empathetic. And that's an increase, a 9-point increase compared to the previous year. I'll lose respect if I'm empathetic? What is going on? So there's a big gap. There's an empathy gap in organisations. And the Business Solver report summed it up when it said, early in the pandemic, CEOs admirably led the charge in raising mental health awareness and destigmatising help seeking. But our 2022 State of Workplace Empathy findings show that executives are more disconnected than ever in how they perceive mental health and how to build a culture that supports employees' well-being. So the gap is getting bigger. And the cause of the gap is that many organisations just want happy employees. Happy employees are motivated, they're productive, they're engaged, they'll probably stay with the organisation, there's increased loyalty. But that's okay as a want, but then there has to be recognition that every employee is different. Every employee has different needs, different aspirations, different wants, different expectations. And many organisations see that as friction. And friction distracts from the core aim of the organisation to these people, which is to make a profit. So there is no empathy for an employee that might be struggling. So there's a lady called Anne Helen Peterson who wrote a great article called, she called it the empathy trap. And she said, as long as organisations view employees with different needs as sources of friction and solutions to those needs as examples of unfairness, they'll continue to promote and retain employees with the capacity to make their personalities, needs and identities as frictionless as possible. They will encourage bringing the whole self to work, but only on a good day. They'll pretend to share personal stories, but only when the ramifications don't interfere with the product or create interpersonal conflict. This is what I said on Monday. It's all theatre. So this is what happens when you conceive of empathy as allowances. Those who would benefit from it become less desirable workers. Their friction is centred and their value decreases. So what we're saying is there's a vicious cycle here, that the employees that need empathy don't get it because they're seen as causing friction, and therefore their value decreases.